Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing fine. Today we'll be having subject verb agreement from the grade 3. So first you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Then you click on your name, move to language at grade 5, then you scroll down to the chapter subject verb agreements, and we have two lessons from the subject verb agreements, which is use the correct subject of verb or use the correct subject of verb with compound subjects. Okay. Hi everyone on the chat. Good to see you all again. Yeah, nice to see you guys today. Hope you all had a good weekend. Okay, so we need to note that the subject and the verb in a sentence must agree. So when you have a subject and then you have a verb, all of them must have an agreement. If there's no agreement, then there's something wrong with that sentence. So singular subjects name only one person, animal, place, or thing. When a subject is singular, use the singular verb. Singular verb ends with s, es, or ies. So when we have singular, so we have singular subjects. The verb ends in s, es, ies. So when it is a singular subject, okay, the singular verb will always end with s, es, or ies. So we have to take note of this. Just like we have Sarah visits her grandmother. Now, Sarah is singular, just one person, and the verb here is visit her grandmother. and the verb ends with s. We also have my cat washes her paws. So washes is a singular verb, and my cat is just one. So on the chat box, can you guys make one sentence each? So a singular subject and singular verb. I want you to give me a sentence with a singular subject and a singular verb. Okay? Just like what we've done this part here. Singular subject, singular verb. Remember that singular subject talks about one person, place, animal, thing, but the verb ends with s, es, or ies. So on the chat box, can you send me one sentence each with singular subject and a singular verb? Okay, so you can send to me. Let's see. Okay, so we have our first example. And we have, let's read this example. An example is I went outside and picked some puppies. Okay, so I there in that sentence is the subject. So I is a singular subject, and went would be your verb there. So I went outside and picked some puppies. Okay, another one is my pet cat played together with the yarn ball. Okay, that's also good. Your sentences are in the irregular verb. So your sentences are in the irregular verb because you have went, so was, okay, and then played. Okay, so you have past tense. So if you also want to make this particular sentence just like what we're talking about here, you can also say my cat plays. You can use plays instead of like the past tense. So you can say my cat plays together. Okay. So you put your sentence in past tense, but you can put it in present and say plays. So you see that. So give me some more example, guys. Waiting for your example. Okay, so we have one example, but this example says My friends. This one says my friends. But I have to tell you guys something. When you say my friends, it's in plural because it's S. And this example you gave is correct. You said gave me chocolate, right? It's correct, but that will be for the plural subject. Now, our sentence is for singular. So, this example is for the plural subject that we are going to be doing down here. Okay? So if you add s, okay, let me explain that. You guys are sending sentences with plural, so let's explain that so that you can get it better. So we have this one, the plural. The plural names more than one person, place, or thing. Of course, we know that. So plural is going to be naming one person, place, or thing. Plural is more than one, sorry, more than one. It's singular, there's one. So plural names more than one. And when a subject is plural, you have to use the plural verbs. So plural is, of course, plenty. Plural verb usually do not end with s, es, or ias. So for plural, so for the plural subject, we can say no s, no s, es, or ias. Okay, so that's for the plural subject. So it's like talking about more than one. Just like the example that we have my friends gave me chocolate. So my friends is already plural. So you cannot have a, okay, let me see this one. Okay. So, like this, we also have this example that says the dogs are not really obedient. Now, if you say the dogs, it's not a singular subject, it's a plural subject. So, the dogs, it's already plural. Remember that plural talks about more than one, and singular talks about only one. So, that's it. And if you're making the sentence, you have to make sure that you have a verb. Verb is the action word, so you have to give me a verb with your sentence. Just like we have Carl and Jesse walk home. Now, Carl and Jesse walk home, they're plural, right? So it's two people. And the verb here is walk. So the verb cannot end with S because it is talking about two people working. If it was just one person, then you can say Carl walks home. So if this was a singular sentence, okay, that's when you add s to the verb. But this is a plural sentence, so you do not add s or anything to the verb. We also have the flowers grow in the garden. So the flowers grow in the garden. Flowers now is what plural. So you see, the flower is in the plural form and the verb is grow, so it is just grow without s or anything, just like the sentence on the chat that says my friends give me chocolate. Okay, you see it now. My friends is plural, gave is what, without s or es or anything, just gave. So that's how it's supposed to be. If you're talking about plural, the verb will not have s or es. And if you're talking about singular, of course, the verb needs an s, es, or is. Okay, so let's see. Mhm. I have allergies to peanuts. So yeah, that's like I one person, of course. So I have allergies to peanuts with S. Okay, good. That's also good. My puppies are walking in a cycle. So your sentence is in present continuous. So it's still okay. My puppies are walking because you cannot say my puppies are walks. Of course not. Because the puppies are in plural, then you would just say my puppies are working in a cycle. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for this? You can let me know. Let's have more examples so that we're certain that everybody understands what we're talking about. Can you give more example? We can have more examples. If you have more, you can share with us. Okay, we can say something like Jeanette dances at home always. So you're saying Janet dances at home always because Janet is just one person. So you can add s to the verb. Okay? So yeah, it's okay. You're welcome. So yeah, give me more examples. So yeah, let's see. Okay. A lesson is subject verb agreement. Okay. Do you guys have any question before we talk about the next lesson? Because you need to understand this one first before we can move on to the next lesson. Do you have any questions concerning this or no question? Do you have any question? Let me know on the chat if you have any question. Okay, so guys, any question? Okay, I have an example, no questions. Okay, an example, I saw clowns in the carnival. So I saw clowns in the carnival. So your sentence is in the past tense form because it's you, I, and then saw past tense of see. Okay. All right. Thank you all for your participation, guys. Thank you for your good examples also. Okay. I'm happy that you guys contributed also. So let's move on to the next lesson. So remember that under this chapter we have two lessons, right? So this is the second one, which is compound subject is made up of we need to note this also. Compound subject is made up of two subjects joined by the conjunction and or. So we have compound subject and they are usually joined by and or. Okay, so this is what joins our compound subjects. Okay, now we have Amanda and Mark, or Mark and Amanda, this week or next week. Okay, so we will have Amanda and Mark then this week or next week. You understand? So let me give you something here. When a compound subject is joined by and, it is treated as plural. So, for example, we have what are your names? Uh, so, for example, we have okay. So when we have these two names and we put and in between them, it is treated as plural. So use a plural verb. So whenever you have and joining the compound subject, it is going to be a plural verb. Plural verbs is just like what we did. And plural verb, yes, Isabella. Okay, good. Plural verbs usually do not end in s, es, or ies. So remember that once you have an in between the compound subject, that means it is treated as plural. And plural verbs do not have s or es. Alvina. Okay, good. I know your names now. So Jen and Andy go to the beach in the summer. So if you look at this, like I have said, because the compound subject is joined by and, the verb would be without s or es. So it's automatically plural. Okay? So now we have when a compound subject is joined by or, it can be treated as singular or plural. Use a verb that agrees with the subject closest to the verb. Okay, so for example, we have Isabella or Alvina. Okay, okay. So what, for example, we have these two names and we have or here. My name is okay. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, at least I know you guys by your names now, so I can address you with your names. So I know Isabella, I know Alvina, then Esther and Purity. Okay, perfect. So yeah. So for example, we have Isabella or Alvina, and you want to decide if it's singular or plural. You have to look at the verb closest to the subject, okay? Then you can decide which one is the right answer. Okay? So if the subject closest to the verb is singular, use a singular verb. Singular verbs end with s, es, or ies. Now, my parents or Emily brings me soup when I am sick. So when you say, okay, so when you say, my parents or Emily brings me soup when I am sick, you have to look at the verb closest to the last subject. Okay, all right. I know your names now. If the subject closest to the verb is plural, you have to use plural verb. Plural verb usually do not end with s, es, or is. So because this one says my parents or Emily, Emily is singular. So the verb next has to be singular verb. Okay? And then this one says Emily or my parents bring me soup when I am sick. So because my parents here is with plural, so the verb close to it would be plural verb. Okay? So let's use your names for example. Okay? So we can have my friends and I. So when you say my friends and I, my friends is with S, of course, we know. And then I is just singular. So that means the verb close to I would be a singular verb. Okay? So it's like my friend and I gave her present or something. Okay? Or my friend and I dances. Okay? Just something like that. So the verb close to this one will need an S. Okay? And then if you say I and my friends, the verb close to my friends would be a plural verb because this part here is plural. So you need to have a plural verb. Okay? All right. Hi, you guys are all welcome. Hi, Eliana. Hi, Goldrick. Okay. All right. So that's it for like the this particular part. We will move on to the A plus activities now. But you can let me know. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Okay. What are your questions? So, do you have any questions? So, okay. So let's move in then. Okay. Hi, Vinny Jr. Okay. So let's move on to this one. This first lesson says to use the correct subject or verb. So this one we have to make sure that we're choosing the correct subject or the correct verb. Okay. So it says to complete the sentence with the best subject. Apologies to any customer waiting in a long line. So now we have to see the right verb and the right subject here. So you say look at the verb apologize. It is a singular verb with s here. Now look at the answer choices. The subject, the three clerks is plural as it should be used in a plural verb. The three clerks apologize without s. Now, the subject, the shop owner is singular, so it should be used with a singular verb. The shop owner apologizes. So the best subject is to complete the sentence is the shop owner. So remember that if you have a singular subject, you need to have a singular verb, and that's how it goes. We'll move on to the test, but I want everybody to participate, okay? So send in your answers on the chat. So, yeah, let's go now. The first one is complete the sentence with the best verb. Mice dash in color from white to brown to gray. Now choose, is it range or ranges? So what's the answer to this one? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, that's correct because we have mice, and mice is the plural of mouse. Mouse is one, and mice is like so many mouse, so you call them mice. So because it's plural, you need to have a plural verb without s. Okay? So this one, after dinner, all of us, this empty space here, the dash, by the fire, and Warren sings folk songs. So is it huddle or huddles? Which one? After dinner, all of us dash by the fire, and Warren sings folk songs. Which one is the correct answer here? Huddle or huddles? So let's see what are your answers here. Huddle. Let's see them. Okay, good job, everyone. That's perfect. Now we have this one. The cactus dash taller and taller, reaching toward the sky. So is it grows or grow? Which one is the correct answer? So we have grows, okay, because it's just singular. Okay, so it's one. That's why it's grows. That's good, everyone. We have in the story, Dash crushes the rose bushes in the pot. In the story, Dash crushes the rose bushes in the pot. Which is the correct answer here? So give me your answer. Okay. Okay, option two. Good job, guys. Did you know that our business dash normal hours during the holidays? So is it keep or keeps? So yeah, let's see. Keeps. Okay, so keeps. All right, we have keeps. Okay, so next one. With each step, dash absorb our full weight. So it is important that we wear supportive shoes. So is it our leg or our feet? Our leg or our feet? Which is the correct answer here? So let's see. Okay, we have our feet. Okay, so yeah, we will stop here and then we'll move on to the next lesson and just go through the questions. And if you haven't done this lesson yet, please make sure that you complete the lesson, okay? Complete the lesson if you haven't done this one yet. And then we will move on to the next one. And if in the course of doing the lesson you still need more help, you can just click on this chat button here and then you can get more help. So let's say you're doing it after the live show, so you can just click on here to get more help. Okay. All right, so let's go to this one. Use the correct subject or verb with compound subjects. So we'll move on here. Okay. So this one is using the correct subject or verb with compound subject. So remember the one I told you with and or. Okay. So it says complete the sentence with the best subject matches our furniture. So you have to look for the right subject that is matches our furniture. Okay. So we have the beautiful green pattern is singular subject and the verb was what? Matches. Okay, the verb is in what? Singular form. So you need a singular subject. Okay, and it says this green pattern is a singular subject and it goes with a singular verb. Okay, so just make sure you remember that singular subject goes with singular verb, and singular is just one, and then the verb ends with s, es, or ies. Okay, so it says complete the sentence with the best subject. We have fall off the decks. Now, fall off the decks, you have to choose the right subject here. So give me the right subject that goes with this particular verb. Okay? So we have the pins. Okay, is it the piece of paper or the pens and paper? This one. Okay, let's see that. Okay, that's a very good one. Good job, everyone. We have a car or a bus dash travelers to the airport 3 times a day. So carries or carry, which of them? So we have carry. Okay, now this is wrong. Why? Because we have what? A car singular, a bus singular. It didn't say buses or bus. Okay? So it's a singular subject. So remember, it's a singular subject. So now that you have a boss here, the subject closest to the verb, you have to look at this subject first and then choose the right verb. So if you say a boss, it's singular, and if you put carry is a plural verb. So you're supposed to have a boss and then carries, okay? And if ever you're doing your test and you get anything wrong and you get confused, just scroll down here, read everything again, and then continue, okay? So look at this one. Sound out of tune to me. So is it the first fiddle, the fiddles, and the flutes? Which of them? The first fiddle, the fiddles, and the flutes. Which one is the correct one here? So, what is the right answer here? You can choose and tell me. Okay. So, okay. Bye, Isabella. So, let's see which one. Option two. Okay. So, hurries away from the scene. Hurries away from the scene. Which one is the right answer here? Is it a man and his dog or a strange, quiet figure? Which one is the correct answer here? Which is the correct one? So, let's see which of them is the correct answer here. Okay, let's look at this one. A strange, quiet figure. Okay, good job, guys. So, this is the last question for us today. My nephew, Ronald, dash presents before the adults. My nephew, Ronald, dash present before the adults. What is it? Open or opens? Which one? Okay, so we have opens. Okay, that's it. So, guys, that's it for this lesson. Do you guys have any questions before we end for today? Let me know. Do you have any questions before we finish for today? Yes, do you have any questions so we can end everybody? Any question or no questions? Do you have any questions? Okay. Yes, do you have So we will see. Okay. All right, no questions. Okay, take care of yourself, guys. See you next time. Bye, everyone.